Before we get to today's video, be sure to check out the sponsor of the channel, Dueling. They specialize in awesome deck boxes, binders, as well as awesome cloth and rubber playmats for all your dueling needs. And be sure to use my discount code SLIM on checkout to save yourself some money. And let's get into today's video.
What's going on, you guys? Slim back here with a new video today. And today, you guys, I have my hand trap tier list post ROTA. I know I'm a little late to the party, but I wanted the dust to settle from YCS Niagara. Shout out to my boy Landit for winning with Fire King as Amina. I definitely wanted to see the results from that event, the different decks that were, in Top Cut, to really just kind of gauge my ideas, see what hand traps they were playing. Of course, with the new chummies, everything changed, so I definitely wanted to let the dust settle and see what's happening there. So before we get into it, be sure to smash that like button, follow the links down below, check out the sponsor Dueling. You want all the discounts and whatnot, but we'll get into it. I'm going to waste no time. There's a lot of things here that I want to get out of the way, because with a lot of these tier lists, not too many things actually change, but things have changed because we do have the new mall chummies. So I'm going to put a couple cards up here to start, and then we'll begin discussing them. There's literally no way I can start this tier list like trying to give you like a real reasoning for these cards. I think that's the problem here, is that there's just no way around it. Like these literal cards up here, like starting with Shifter. I guess I'll even put Shifter at the front because Shifter's kind of crazy. Just sucks against Tenpai, but Tenpai mains it. These are the best hand traps of the format. If you can play Shifter, you should play Shifter. There's just no way around it. Ritual Beasts just thrive with it. Tenpai pretty much thrive with it. You can still play around it, even with Tenpai. Like, yeah, you turn off your Fadra, but who cares? You've still got OTK potential. These two cards have just like warped the format. Full Roast is absolutely crazy. I don't agree with this price point, but if you're able to afford it, able to borrow it for higher tier events, I honestly would not go out of your way if you're just a locals or casual player, because honestly the price tag is just ridiculous. I can't remember the last time it's been like this. Like, you guys can tell me in the comment section down below, when's the last time it's been this expensive to play Yu-Gi-Oh? It's kind of crazy, but if you have access to it, or going to YCS's, you got to have these cards. Same with Perulia. Perulia has gone down, but it's like still an important card to have. I think that if you're able to main deck Perulia, you still can, or you can side deck it. I've noticed a lot of players actually side deck it, just because obviously Full Roast is the better card, but if you are able to side deck it, then you definitely can. These two cards are just crazy. They just announced the third one that just got it just got announced, I think, today, for the Banishment or Graveyard. So, these cards are really going to shape formats, and it's going to be really interesting what they do. They're just absolutely in their own S tier. I just don't do S tiers, A tiers, all that. I have definite reasons for if you should main deck them or not. Ash, same thing. Ash is just so good. Obviously, it stops the chummies. Like, why wouldn't you play it? Like, you kind of have to have it. If you're on chummies or you're playing against chummies, expect your opponent to play chummies, you have to have Ash plus all the cards it can hit. Like, there's no way around it. And Dominus Impulse might be, in my personal opinion, is one of the best cards I've ever printed. I think this card is absolutely crazy. It's like having another Imperm. What am I talking about? I should actually have Imperm up here too. I think Imperm should be in main deck, pretty much every main deck. Like, these cards, like literally these 6 cards are crazy. Shifter is like the only different factor if your deck can support it or not. A lot of decks do lose to it. That's why you should main deck it if your deck is against their decks. These are just literally crazy cards. These two cards here, Impulse and Imperm, they sound the same, which is interesting when you think about it. Like, they sound the same. They literally, just being a trap that you can activate from your hand is crazy. The fact that you can actually use your effects, then use Impulse is ridiculous. Like, definitely know how to play this card. Like, yeah, your deck, you may think your deck can't support it, but then the more you play around with it, you'll actually see that it can. One of the best cards ever printed. Also, Imperm, one of the best cards ever printed. They definitely should be in your main deck if you can support them both. I wanted to get that out of the way, because let's cut the crap. These are literally some of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Trying to sit here and explain it for hours on end is not going to help. We'll move on to the rest of the cards. Ogre is interesting. So here's the problem with Ogre. This is just my personal opinion. I've never side decked Ogre in my life. I can't think of a time I ever side decked this card, so I'm going to put it in possible main deck just because I've never side decked it. I've built so many side decks over the years. This card, if I played it, was always in my main deck. This has some really niche interactions. It definitely can hit certain cards. What I like about it is you can get a body off the board. So I'm going to put this in possible main deck if you can still play it. It's still good against the one Sang and summoning. There's a lot of other interactions. But this is just a card. I'm not side decking this. It just doesn't happen for me. Some of you may have different experiences. I've just never side decked this card in all my years playing. So I have to put it in possible main deck for that reason. Sadly, let's get these out of the way, actually. Like, staying in the binder, definitely, probably this. I just don't know with this card. I know this is the other Dominus. I don't know what to do with this because it's like Ash is just better. Like the other Impulse is better. Like the Chummies are better. Like this is a card. I'll put it at the top of staying in by. I just haven't seen this card been played. Let's cut the crap. I haven't seen this card been played. This is the better Dominus. Like there's no way around it. It's still at the front. It's a card that could potentially have, potentially be a card that we play in the side deck or main deck, but it just hasn't done anything. Impulse being released has made it, I don't want to say obsolete, but it's just a card you're not going to play right now. Ugh, this pains me so much as a player because of how much I loved Gamma over the years. It's at 1. I know there's been some Tenpai lists before ROTA that played this. They played this, and they also played the other one that I have here. I just don't see these cards like being something you want to play right now, especially having to play the brick in literally driver. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see it. I'll put them before Dominus Purge only because, I mean, I've seen them have success in very niche lists before ROTA. Post ROTA, I just don't really see it. I think they're staying in the binder, but that's just me. This is just rough. Like, I hate putting cards and staying in the binder, but it's like I gotta spit facts. Like, this is just how it's been. I think this card is very cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I definitely think that if the side frames were actually good, if like you had multiple gammas, like you could play like some insane package, like 3 of this, 1 of this, 3 of this, 2 of this, like you could do something crazy, but now is just not the time. I might actually make a new tier, like maybe instead of staying in the binder, I should have added future potential. Maybe I should add something else, but we'll do that in the future. Let me know if you guys can think of another tier we should add, because I think we can actually do more tiers than this, but that's where I'm at with these. DD Crow, the homie DD Crow, I'm sorry, homie, like you're a possible side deck card. Unfortunately, you're just outranked by the Bystials. Now, the Bystials, I'm going to put them both in side deck, and here's the reason. I know that Tenpai obviously is going to main Magnemite. It's crazy. Like, the interaction is just nuts. Druid Worm is something I see in a lot of side decks. Both of these I'm going to have, like, as side deck potential. They're obviously, I personally think, better than DD Crow. Bystials are strong. Like, it's so, you know what? No. Magnemite is that good. Magnemite is that card. Like, I'll put it in possible main deck. I just think it's so solid, like being able to shut down like certain interactions and being able to get that plus at the end is crazy. Plus you get a body. So I'm going to have it in possible main deck. Just depends on if your deck can support it. But Bystials are here to stay no matter what, every format. This, I'm putting it in possible side deck. I know this is really good against Lab. Like, don't sleep on Lab. It's topped pretty consistently. Like, being able to hit the welcomes is pretty crazy. I'll put this in possible side deck. I still think Crow has more versatility. This is pretty niche interactions, but it is like having a third, fourth, or fifth copy of Ash against Lab. So we'll have it in possible side deck. Valor, I think, is definitely a possible main deck. I'm going to have it actually above both of these. I think that Valor is just more versatile. You can use more than one per turn. It's just always been a really good card. Obviously, like, you have to decide, if we're playing Impulse, we can't play Valor and Nib, but this card is just crazy. Like, if you're not playing the Dominus, if you're not able to afford it, looking for other alternatives, like the card you can play, both of these, like, I'm going to put both of these up here. Whenever anyone says, oh, Nib's not good, that's a load of crap. Like, shout out to my boy GG for calling facts. When they say it's not a Nib format, it's a Nib format. Like, trust. Like, they're like, oh, Nib's not that good. Yeah, they don't want to get hit by Nib. Like, no shit. Like, they literally don't want to get hit by Nib. Nib Imperm is crazy, so let's not sleep on it. This is definitely a possible main deck. Not good against Tenpai, but you can definitely, catch players off guard by still maining Nib. They'll think you're playing Impulse, thinking they're safe from Nib. You'd be surprised at like the crazy interactions that happen where you can drop a Valor or a Nib, and then you might even randomly hit him with an Impulse. Like, it's really a mind game in this format, because is your opponent on Impulse, or are they on Valor and Nib? There's a lot of crazy things that can happen. So I'm still gonna have these in possible main deck because I think they're very solid. Same goes with Droll. Droll's actually kind of crazy right now. Like, sadly, as a Dark World player, seeing, Shifter and Droll is just, that's GG no matter what. But there's no denying that Droll has had some pretty good success. There's a lot of searching. This also stops the chummies. Like, this is, you know, I actually think Droll is in a very unique spot right now. I think Droll is pretty solid. Like, don't sleep on Droll. Droll is a lingering hand trap. Like, that is just insane. Like, that's the one thing that Droll has against a lot of these cards. Shifter and Droll just being lingering, you know, both chummies being lingering is just crazy. So definitely think this has a possible main deck potential. If you look at the list from Niagara, there's definitely some data to back that up as well. So I really like Droll. Comes to Mourner, Mourner's weird because it's like you have Imperm, you have Valor, you have Impulse. I don't know with this card. This is a very awkward card because there was a time this card was crazy because it was like having after Imperm, after Valor, you would have this. This is exactly where it would be, right next to Valor. But right now, I feel like I don't even know if you would side deck this. Like, it's weird. I'll put it in possible main deck behind everything. Between this and Ogre, would I want a Valor or a Destroy and get off the board? It's hard to say. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, if Mourner should be before Ogre. I honestly think because Ogre gets the body off the board, that does have some, you know, better potential. Just clears a threat in a sense. It doesn't negate, but it clears a threat. So this is fine. Like, it'll negate, but it's not. It has an extra burn damage, which I guess is cool, but it's not, you know, I don't know. I think Valor and Imperm are obviously going to be better. So I'll still put it up here. I'm not going to put it in side deck. It's another card I've never side decked in my life. So just saying. Card I would possibly side deck is literally Lancia. This card literally like nullifies Ritual Beast. Played against Ritual Beast, they're absolutely wonky. I can't tell you how bad I wish I had a Lancia at that time. Remember when Lancia was so broken against literally Orcust, and Orcust is getting new support, just saying. This card can literally be in your side deck if you are worried about the Ritual Beast matchup. Obviously, you can't Shifter them because they love Shifter. They play Shifter, so Lancia is just another option. Also has a pretty good impact against Runic. So, yeah, this is definitely... Would this be 100% side deck? I don't know. I'll move it to possible side deck. I don't know if everyone is going to be on this card, but I think it's still a decent card no matter what. Same goes with Phantasme. So Phantasme, to me, if you can't afford the chummies, and look, I understand the struggle, trust. Phantasme is your next best bet. This is your next alternative. It's definitely not as good as the chummies, like, don't get it twisted, but it does get a body on board. It does let you draw a couple cards and fix your hand depending on the matchup. I'll have this in possible side deck. I would have this even over Lancia. I would probably, out of these cards, yeah, I would put this first. I think this is a little bit better. The body, it literally can draw you cards, fix your hand, so I'm going to have an impossible side deck as an option. And last but not least, I know we tried to go through this as fast as possible. This card, you ain't main decking this. This is going in the side deck. This card sucks. This card sucks because of time. Like, let's call it what it is. I've used this card. I've had this card used against me. Like, honestly, fuck this card. Like, I'm just being honest, you guys. The time rules suck. They're not going to change no matter what we want, no matter how much you complain. They're not going to change. If games go long, if your side deck can support it, if you have 3 open spots for some ridiculous reason, side deck this card. That's all I'm going to say on it. Like, this card just sucks because time rules just suck. I wish, like, the game was different, but, you know, it is what it is. But this is where I'm at, you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Did I miss anything? I think I missed Typhoon, but I just haven't seen that card. I have not seen that card. I know it's got some cool niche potential, but I just think everything else on here is better. If there's anything I'm missing, please let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? Would you change anything? This is about as accurate as I can get with my personal opinion on things, just based on everything, except I'm going to move Magnamut here just because I think it's better than... Magnamut's going here. I think it's better than all these. Magnamut's a body, plus I like Tempai, so it's a little bit better. But that's all I got for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Smash that like button if you did. Check all the links in the description down below. Check out the sponsor Dueling Guard and use my code SLIM to save you guys some money on your purchase. And just, again, let me know, did I cover everything? Is there anything I'm missing? We're going to have a board breaker one as well coming soon, so I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to smash that like button to show me you guys enjoy these. I'm trying to get better at these each and every video. I'm trying to get a little bit better. If you guys have any suggestions to make the videos a little smoother, please let me know, and I will, you know, take that into account and try to make them better. But that's all I got for today, you guys. I hope you all enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.